Accounting for less than 2% of cancer diagnosis, multiple myeloma is a rare type of cancer that often goes undetected. Joining us is Tiffany Hawkins Williams, speaker, patient advocate, and multiple myeloma survivor. Tiffany, we are so happy to have you here with us today.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
So you are in remission.
I am.
For how long?
I've been in remission for 2 years.
Okay, and how long since you were diagnosed?
I was diagnosed 10 years ago, November of 2013.
Okay, and now how were your symptoms presenting?
My presenting symptoms were back pain. That was the primary symptom that I was experiencing, really severe back pain. And that led to the diagnosis after an MRI that revealed lesions along my spine.
Oh, okay, wow. And so how long from when you first, had that first doctor visit to go, make sure find out what was wrong, how long until you got the diagnosis?
So I was diagnosed, well, the MRI was revealed in November, and about 2 weeks later I got a diagnosis, which is relatively quick for a diagnosis, especially in the African American community.
Yeah, and now as far as, were you early on in the detection? How progressed was it?
I was pretty early on. I was diagnosed at a stage 1 at that time. And being diagnosed early also helped with that.
Yeah.
Paying attention to my symptoms and seeking, a reason for that back pain led to an early diagnosis.
And now how old were you when you got diagnosed?
I was 46 years old.
46 years old. And now earlier we were talking about some of the key statistics of where multiple myeloma is most present, and you do not fit the mold.
I do not.
What is that mold?
So the average age of diagnosis is 70, and predominantly among men. White men are diagnosed at 1.5 times a higher rate than women.
Yeah.
But among the African American population, we see those statistics don't look like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you talked about it being a rare cancer, but I don't fit that mold, and I like to say it's only rare until it happens to you.
Yeah. And now also this is a type of cancer that oftentimes can go undetected. What do you think are the reasons for that?
I don't think there's one simple reason for it. There are a lot of factors. Oftentimes we don't listen to our body, pay attention to our symptoms, and seek care early. Oftentimes diagnoses are missed. Back pain, for instance, that's a very common symptom that a lot of people experience. And so, it's treated for multiple things initially oftentimes before a cancer, a suspicion of multiple myeloma is investigated.
Yeah, and now, so you are in remission, but remission is very different from cancer-free. And as of right now, you are not going to be able to be cancer-free because there's no cure, right?
It is an incurable cancer.
Okay.
And so, unlike a lot of other cancers, like, that can be removed, like breast cancer and, others, it's a blood cancer. And yes, it is considered incurable. Yeah.
And now that you're working on, the advocate end of it, are there any new treatments or any research that's happening that is promising?
Oh my gosh, since I was diagnosed 10 years ago, I lost count of the number of FDA-approved treatments for multiple myeloma. So we are seeing great promise in treatment and outcomes because of that. And research is a very important part of that. It's because of patients who, decide to enroll in research studies that, we're able to have all of these advances in treatment. So there's a lot of promise, a lot of on the horizon when it comes to multiple myeloma.
And now where can we go to support and find out more information on how we can help?
So there are many sites, many agencies and organizations doing work around multiple myeloma. One of the ones that I am most active and involved in is the International Myeloma Foundation, the IMF, and that's myeloma.org. And you can go there for just a ton of resources and information. One of the things that I'm very involved in with the IMF is their Empower program, which is it's an initiative that's aimed at increasing awareness among the African American community, as well to help reduce some of the disparities that we see because African Americans are disproportionately impacted. Another organization is Janssen Pharmaceutical Company, and they have the That's My Word campaign, another initiative that I love. But for Multiple Myeloma Action Month, you can go to any social media site and just research Multiple Myeloma Action Month and get involved.
Wonderful, Tiffany. Well, thank you so much for joining us and raising awareness, and it really is wonderful to talk to you.
Thank you.
We're back in 2 minutes.